Now it's 9 p.m. At this time to English edition for tonight headlines. We have the closing of the National Mathematics Week and launch of the Reading Festival. For the national scene, Meloni welcomes Italy's involvement. Welcome to our newsroom. The Speaker of the National Assembly, Dilaita Mohammed Dilaita, the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Ahmad, and the Minister of Defense responsible for relations with Parliament, the first Vice President, as well as the second Vice President, the President of the RP Parliamentary Group, the President of the Standing Committee debated a series of subjects on the agenda of the Conference of Presidents. First of all, regarding the transmission of pending draft text, the Finance General Economy and Planning Committee will look into the financial account of the 7 public establishments and in the Foreign Affairs Committee. Its side was tasked by the Conference of Presidents with the examinations of 3 ratification projects. The Conference of Presidents subsequently deliberated on the natures of the other activities and the remaining schedule of the blessed months of Ramadan. The date of the Wednesday, April 3, was chosen to host the second public sessions of the first ordinary sessions 2024. Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Ahmad received the new ambassador, His Excellency George McGoy, accompanied by his first advisor, Gilbert and Kong Eno, as part of the courtesy visit in the lounge of honors of the President, the presence of the Chief of Staff, Asilai. This new diplomat from the Republic of Kenya accredited our country has the status of the ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary residing in our country. His Excellency George McGoy during this audience was immediately dealing with the broad basis of the values and principles of this sharing between Djibouti and Kenya. Djibouti and Kenya share values and aspirations in various sectors, including political, socio-economic, peace, security, and diplomatic exchanges. The Kenyan diplomat then took this opportunity to reiterate its country's attachment to the intensification and development of ties by committee to the establishment of protocols of understanding between his country and the Republic of Djibouti within our cultures in reconciling strategic partnership. The Speaker of the National Assembly, His Excellency Dilaita Mohammed Dilaita, received in audience this Monday the Ambassador of the Republic of Kenya to Djibouti, George McGoy. During this audience, cooperation between Kenya and the Republic of Djibouti was the heart of discussion. His initial contact visit is part of the new Kenyan ambassador's approach to establishing relations with the country's various authorities. The President of the the Speaker of the National Assembly wishes to recall that the maintenance of a special link with the Kenya, where he was a non-resident ambassador to the Republic of the Republic of Djibouti, he underlined the centuries of all the ties uniting the two countries. The diplomat said he was honored and happy with the welcome he was received by the government of the Republic of Djibouti. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation received an audience a new special envoy of the United States for Sudan, Mr. Thomas Perriello. The Minister warmly congratulated Mr. Perriello on his engagement and assured him of Djibouti's support in carrying out his missions in the region. This meeting demonstrates the continued commitment of Djibouti and United States to work together to resolve regional challenges, promote stability and development in the region. The Minister of Defense in charge of relations with Parliament, His Excellency Hanna Umar Mohammed, received this at the General Directorate of International Relations Djiboutian Armed Forces, the Commander of Forces Vice Admirals of the Navy, Ignazio. This meeting took place in the presence of the European Union's Ambassador to Djibouti, Civitavesi, as well as senior military officers from our country. Minister of Defense and Vice Admiral exchanged their views on current challenges and opportunities for cooperation to strengthen maritime security in the Red Sea. During the meeting, the Minister of Defense, the Vice Admiral, discussed the avenues of cooperation between Operation Atalanta and the National Navy, the Djiboutian Coast Guard, as well as the ways and means of perpetuating this cooperation to the future. The General Directorate of International Relations of Djiboutian Armed Forces organized the 6th edition of the prestigious recitation competition of the Holy Quran or the Noble Hadith. This annual event, which was held on the March 17, 2024, brought together competitors from the defense and security forces. These competitions, which have become essential in the calendars of Djiboutian Armed Forces, highlights the commitment of our soldiers not only to the defense and of our nation, but also to the perpetuations of the values of peace and spirituality to our religious conveys. This competition will last in an entire week, where competitors will compete to obtain one of the first prizes.
الله صوم رمضان وسما فالخير ليه الله صوم رمضان دتك سالحيتو سيديتاي هو ماشي
ابتداء نتوجه بكل
After the opening speech, participants were given the opportunity to recite a passage from the Holy Quran.
خير العلاقات الدولية جريء
من أمة أجلها وما يستأخرون بالله من الشيطان الرجيم ما تسبق من أمة أجلها وما يستأخرون ثم أرسلنا رسلنا تترى كلما جاءت أمة رسولها كذبوه فأتبعنا بعضهم بعضا وجعلناهم أحاديث.
مؤمن إبراهيم السوري التجري
يسألونك عن الشهر الحرام قتال فيه بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يسألونك عن الشهر الحرام قتال فيه قل قتال فيه كبير ولما بلغ أشده وسوى آتيناه حكما وعلما
ولما بلغ أشده آتيناه حكما وعلما وكذلك نجزي المحسنين.
وفي الأرض آيات للموقنين
وفي الأرض آيات للموقنين وفي أنفسكم أفلا تبصرون وفي السماء رزقكم وما توعدون.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تطيعوا الذين كفروا يردوكم على أعقابكم فتنقلبوا خاسرين.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن
إن تطيعوا الذين كفروا يردوكم على أعقابكم فتنقلبوا خاسرين بل الله مولاكم وهو خير الناصرين سألقي في قلوب الذين كفروا الرعب بما أشركوا بالله ما لم ينزل به.
The close of the National Mathematics Week and the launch of the fourth edition of the Reading Festival, the Minister of National Education and Vocational Training, Mustafa Muhammad Hamoud, accompanied his colleagues of the Minister of Education, Shari Sawaz, Radwan Abdullahi Badon, the Minister of Higher Education and Research, Dr. Nabil Muhammad Ahmad. Yesterday, chaired the ceremony of the National Mathematics Week, and in the same way, the launch of the fourth edition of the Reading Festival. The ceremony was attended by the ambassadors, representatives of the technical financial partners in the field of education, such as UNICEF, UAID, and the Federation, as well as numerous guests from various backgrounds. Upon their arrival on site, the ministers were warmly welcomed by senior education officials as well as members of the organizing committee. To close the National Math Week, students from participating establishments captivating the guests with their remarkable demonstrations through stands dedicated to robotic geometry, coding, puzzle solving, and even traditional games. The students brilliantly highlighted the presence and relevance of mathematics in our daily lives. After the official closing of Mathematics Week, the ministers enthusiastically launched the fourth editions of the Reading Festival, an initiative marked by creativity under the creative team, letter to write and words to say them. The Minister of National Education and Vocational Training and his hosts visited the stands dedicated to journalists, writers, inclusionists, as well as stories and poetry in the mother tongue, thus marking their commitment to the promotions of reading in all its form. The Reading Festival, which is in fourth edition, is now anchored in the educational landscape and aims to encourage students at all levels of education to explore the power of words and to discover the infinite richness of literature and culture. During this week of the Reading Festival, which began yesterday and which will continue until March 21, a range of captivating activities will be offered in schools in the capitals as well as those in the interior regions.
والكعج والمخزن مال المفتاح والمفتاح عند النجار والنجار يبغى الفلوس والفلوس عند السلطان والسلطان يبغى المندل والمندل عند البنات والبنات يبغى الحليب والحليب عند البقر والبقر يبغى الحشيش والحشيش فوق الجبل والجبل يبغى المطر والمطر عند ربنا.
The ceremony was also an opportunity to reward the winners of the mathematics and writing competitions, thus encouraging the creativity of young minds. Finally, a press briefing hosted by the school students to allow the ministers to share their previous impressions on this memorable event, emphasizing the importance of education and culture in building a bright future for the generations.
جوي دقن وي دلكي بجعلاتي هو يا هو هو يا هو تجري ودوفتي بحيلي حسي بي وحيستي حسوس بي وقاندي هو يا هو هو يا هو هو يا هو أبوك قعدكي بيادي جيجينا ويني كل باكس كادي هو يا هو.
The European naval operation is the act of piracy and the Horn of Africa and the Djibouti Regional Maritime Training Center have officially signed a memorandum of understanding focused on strengthening maritime capacities in favor of the 21 states in the region that are signatories of to the Djibouti Code of Conduct and so-called JIDA Amendment. The signing ceremony took place in the presence of the Minister of Infrastructure and Equipment, Hassan Muhammad Darbahim. This agreement marks a crucial to promote cooperation in the field of maritime security, safety. The ambassadors of Germany and France, the European Union, accredited to the Republic of Djibouti, as well as the director of the multilateral relations of the Ministry of Affairs and National Cooperation, were keen to this ceremony, their presence signature to underline the importance of regional and international cooperation in the field of maritime security and safety. Under this agreement, the parties commit to work closely together to provide support for maritime capacity building in the region by providing training programs to national and regional actors mandated in matters relating to maritime security. The INAV Force commanders, Vice Admiral Ignacio Serrano, underlined the importance of this collaboration, affirming that the strengthening of maritime capabilities remain one of the essential pillars.
For over 15 years, for Atlanta, our task has been to fight against piracy, protect vessels, and to fight against we concentrated in the region. However, immediate we have is that we need more than units. We need to approach to this problem in a multifaceted approach, a complete perspective. And one of that perspective is this signing today, this memorandum of understanding about training and cooperation. That is the way to build better things. And that is why in these electronic times we have signed the memorandum via internet, but I really thank you to organize this because I wanted to be here to show our commitment, UNAFOR Atlanta commitment to this endeavor, to this regional center. Representatives from Atlanta, they had the opportunity to visit this center last year, and they witnessed all the potential venues that we collectively can pursue. This memorandum of understanding provides a framework of enhancing information exchange and conducting building capability and training. UNAFOR Atlanta will stand to support these training activities, and you have my promise today that Atlanta will support fully with all means and capabilities put at your disposal.
During this event, the Minister Hassan Muhammad Darbahim has emphasized the stress that the Republic of Djibouti wishes to reaffirm its commitment to regional cooperation in matters of maritime security and safety essential to the development of our respective countries and to regional and international stabilities. The Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development organized a validation workshop on the nationally determined contribution in the presence of technical and financial partners such as UNDP in order to enrich the discussions and ensure collaborative and complete. The revised nationally determined contribution provide an opportunity for countries to strengthen their commitment to tackling climate change by increasing their emissions reduction targets. Countries can significantly contribute to limiting global warming and protecting vulnerable populations from its devastating impacts. However, validating the revised is only the first step. It's essential that countries implemented concrete policies and measures to achieve their climate goals. This requires strong political commitment, investment in clean technologies, and the adoption of sustainable practices in all sectors of the economy. For his part, the Minister of Environment, Mohammed Abdul Qadir Musa Hilm, said that the revised nationally determined contribution provided an opportunity for countries to strengthen their commitment to tackling climate change. By increasing their emissions reduction target. Countries can significantly contribute to limiting global warming and protecting vulnerable populations from its devastating impacts. However, validating the revised CDN is only the first step. The Ramadan tournament are in full swing across the countries under the aegis of the Ministry of Youth and Culture. Each year, this tournament constitutes a special moment of gathering and exchanges, allowing young people from all communities to come together around values of solidarity, fair play, and fraternity. These events are in particular importance, offering participants the opportunity to share moments of conviviality and strengthen intergenerational ties. The Ministry of Youth and Culture would like to salute the commitment of the organizers and participants who contribute through this tournament to promoting the values of tolerance, inclusion, and mutual respect. These initiatives reflect the spirit of solidarity and sharing that characterizes our society and demonstrate the vitality of youth in building a promising future for our country. In a spirit of celebration and gathering, the Ali Sabih region is kicked off the Ramadan tournament during an official ceremony which took place on the afternoon Saturday, March 16, 2024. The high regional authorities, including the Deputy Prefect Saida Waberi Asowe, the Honorable Deputy of the region is Hassan Omar Awsiye, the Vice President of the Regional Council is Noor Saeed Geldon, the President of the Regional League of the Football from Ali Sabih, Jibril Omar Hosh, as well as the Regional Deputy Directors of the Ministry of Youth and Culture from Ali Sabih, and regional elected officials were present to mark this important event. This ceremony was an opportunity to officially launch the tournament. In Arhiba, the celebrations of the footballs concerning the still part of the Ramadan tournament at the Al-Hiba File, which after a few years of inactivity has regained its former atmosphere thanks to the joint effort to the State Secretary for Sports and Al-Hiba Youth Union. The tournament is well and truly led to the sheer public. At each match they attracted a crowd passionate about football, seduced by the electric atmosphere which reigned there. The launch of the Ramadan tournament at these grounds was a memorable event by bringing together a host of guests and important personalities as well as former players of the era. These legends of the past were honored by participating in the launch of this tournament, which promises to be a real catalyst for social cohesion and patience in the community. Several teams entered the competition, aspiring to win the prestigious trophy. As this tournament is scheduled to last 1 month. The Djiboutian athletes have started their training for the African Games in Accra, Ghana, under the supervision of their coach Hassan Saeed. The coach emphasized the importance of fitness, strength, and technique in each sporting discipline represented by the athletes. He stressed the importance of training and discipline to achieve set goals. Athletes were encouraged to surpass themselves to meet challenges with solidarity, fair play, and athletes and delegation. The Djiboutian delegation is led by Mustafa Ibrahim, pledged to provide the sport to the athletes at their best. He expressed confidence in the athletes' performance and encouraged unity and teamwork to achieve set goals. The international scene, the head of the Italian government praised Sunday in Cairo the role played by her country in what she described as a new model of cooperation between Europe and southern shore of the Mediterranean. It was following the signing of an agreement between Europe and Egypt. Europe is committed to helping Egypt secure its borders, particularly with Libya, an important important for migrants. According to Egyptian authorities, their country has around 9 million migrants, and of whom 480,000 refugees and asylum seekers registered with the United Nations Refugee Agency. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.